How we do, folks? Welcome to 205 numbers. After the name, a little tight Tuesday action over here. A little gameplay comes down to limit to the ball to the wire. I'm running around with the Spitfire over here on Summit, man. I wanted to give you guys some impressions over here, man. I'm working through my submachine guns right now. I got the Spitfire, the Cordite, and I think the GKS on gold down, I think. On the MX-9. Is GKS the second one? I don't know. I got like 3 out of the 4 already, like set or whatever. Or 3 out of the 5 set. But in this case, I want to talk to you guys about Spitfire, man. I can talk a little bit about how it feels with Blackout and how it feels with multiplayer. This thing shoots fast, man. There's no doubt about it. This thing is a beast. It shoots like stupid quick. Recoil is pretty tough. I still feel kind of manageable, but to a certain extent. Like, you know, if you want to manage it, like to shoot somebody from a distance, you gotta do a little tap, tap, tap kind of thing. The holding thing doesn't really help. Extended mags helps this thing a lot. This thing shoots so quick. To me, this is ideal for, I mean, obviously it's ideal for close range games, but like really, really close range gaming. So like, Summit to me is a very good map on it if you play kind of the way I'm playing Summit, where I'm kind of like in your face, like on these side things, not taking any sort of like angles that will like put me at a disadvantage. At the same time though, you know, shotgun will go really good over there. There's just really strong guns. Like, you know, I get auger DMR, I get quick scope, like off quick. So some machine guns in this game to me just don't feel as great as they did, you know, in like a Black Ops 2, for example, where they're kind of supreme. And I'm okay with that. I'm more of an assault rifle kind of guy anyway. And these Call of Duty games, like I've had the best success and I enjoy the games the most when the assault rifles are the best weapons in the game. So I'm not necessarily anti the submachine guns not being too strong, but you know, you want to make it a little bit of a level playing field. And at this point, it feels like somebody comes with a Rampart with the like the head. I was gonna say the head glitch too, man. Not the I have the tip of my tongue, the high caliber too. And they just aim chest high and they'll pop you before you get them with the Spitfire. So that to me is a little bit but then again, they're also using those like to attach this on the gun. What do you do with it? I don't know. I ran the Spitfire with the red dot. I tried running with extended mags, and those were kind of the only things I really felt like I needed. Grip helped like a little bit, but not like a crazy amount. So that's kind of like what I ended up running with, just to make sure I had the extended mags. I like the red dot, even though the initial sights on it aren't bad either, and that's one of the things I use that a lot on Blackout. When I find a Spitfire, I'll still bring it. At the beginning, like I think like first patch, like the Spitfire was like crazy OP in Blackout. That thing just like annihilated people. They've since nerfed it, but it's still pretty good. It's just, it's only good for certain engagements, right? Like it's only good for when you like got somebody in your face. And in Blackout, that doesn't happen as often. You know, it's a much more of a long-range game unless you're in specific environments. You know, unless you're like in firing range and going room from room kind of deal. But even then, you're still always probably better suited with an assault rifle. Like a Blackout, my ideal setup is I'll have like, I don't know, an ICR or an ABR or a sniper, and then I'll have something that uses different kind of ammo like a KN or a Rampart. And on one of them, I'll have like a dope like scope on, like as many X's as I can on it, and the other one I'll just try to put a red dot. That's kind of like my ideal setup. But I will still run the Spitfire a little bit as a backup, and I feel like I can control it even a little bit better in Blackout than I can in multiplayer, which doesn't really make too much sense because I'm pretty sure it feels like kind of like the same gun. But in Blackout, I feel like it doesn't jump as high on me when I use it, and maybe it's just because I'm a little bit smarter and I have more time to aim. Whereas here, it's quick, like react, like yo, I gotta shoot this guy, I gotta pop this dude. There really there's too many options over here. So, I used it on Summit, on Slums. I really, you could kind of stop counting the maps that I really felt comfortable using the Spitfire. And when I was playing through it, I tried it on all the maps just to kind of give it a shot and see like how it felt. But those are really the ones that kind of, Summit especially, like really stood out as like a good map for the way that I play it. Like, you know, getting in your face and like playing everybody like close up like that. It really seems to like click well. There are like long range engagements though that if you want to take on Summit, and that obviously would have gone that good with the Spitfire. So take that for what it is. I'm actually working through the quarter right now. I'll probably post a video on that maybe next week or 2 weeks from now. That good. I don't even have my full opinions on it. So I got to think about it a little bit. I'll get back to you guys on this one. But I can definitely see myself running the Spitfire class. It was either between this and the SOG in terms of what my like up in your face kind of assault rifle or submachine gun was gonna be. And I think this one wins pretty handily. I feel like I control a little more. I feel like it has more bullets, which also helps out. I like the SOG, but the more and more I use the SOG, the less I liked it, which is weird. Because like normally, guns will grow on me as you kind of get better with them and stuff, and you learn their weaknesses and the pros and the cons. and then you kind of start avoiding the cons and start trying to encourage the pros. You use a little more. What SOG was like, and when I first unlocked it, like literally first prestige, I was like, oh, this thing is a beast. Like, I love it. And then as I kept using it and I got a gold and stuff, I'm like, hold up, man. Like, I'm jumping all over with this thing. I'm not a big fan. I also felt getting headshots with the Spitfire was pretty good. It kind of has like a little bit of an upward trajectory in terms of recoil, and I'm normally pretty good with guns like that. That kind of, when they recoil up. Those are kind of my best, because I'd love to always like recoil towards like a headshot. You know, it's like, oh, I lost control of my gun. Oh, I get you in the head. My bad. That's like my ideal kind of recoil. The random recoil that sways from side to side, you don't really know like what that's happening. That one to me is the toughest ones, and you'll rarely even see me like encourage guns like that. It's just not something I'm about. But Spitfire Field kind of had that situation where it goes a little bit up, and that's like ideal. Oh, FMJ, that's the other one I ran, and I do that on a lot of submachine guns, FMJ, just because there is like no high caliber equivalent that I kind of like running on them, and I usually have 2 open spaces for attachments. I just don't have like the. I really run like Dead Silence Scavenger or Dead Silence Engineer. And then the middle one, honestly, I don't even care about any of those like middle 2 perks. I think I run Cold Blooded just to kind of have like stuff avoid, because there's so much ish on the map between like the dog and kill streak, stuff like that. I usually run Cold Blooded to avoid it. Gung Ho is kind of something I was running a little bit over there. So I usually end up having like 2 slots open, which is why I put 2 attachments on my guns. But FMJ I felt was always pretty good, because there's still like a lot of people out there using body armor, and I like having the ability of rushing right up in your face and just popping off that body armor with like a bullet. Like, it's like not even there. Like, I'm not even like phased by it or anything like that. That to me is pretty tight, and I use it on a lot of my submachine gun classes. Now that I think about it, that is kind of my second go-to perk, because to knock off that, like, even if you don't kill the guy, to knock off his armor like that quickly, and a map like this small where we're kind of always all on top of each other, maybe you don't get the kill, but like the guy behind you will get the kill, and you didn't waste like a ton of bullets on this guy's like body armor over here, whereas normally you would like house like a ton of bullets. So that's kind of how I run over here with Spitfire, man. This one came down a limit to the wall to the wire, like they always do on Tight Tuesday. Let me know how you guys feel about the Spitfire. But overall, I think it's a pretty damn good gun. It fills a role. It's definitely a niche kind of weapon, but I feel it's a niche weapon that could be used in the right circumstances. You just got to play those circumstances, and I want to play those circumstances more than anything. Your boy Marcos, man. Tight Tuesday, deuces.